So Star Wars Visions Season 3 just dropped last night as of filming this video. So today we're taking a look at the Xeno V3 version of the Ronin Lightsaber. Let's get at it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. So yesterday, Visions Season 3 dropped, and I only had a chance to watch a couple of the episodes. I am not a fan of anime, but so far from what I've seen, I did enjoy the Ronin episode, just like I did in Season 1, and I think the Ninth Jedi, I think it's called. I haven't gotten past that yet. I think that was like episode 3 or 4 or something like that. But this evening I'm going to watch the rest of the episodes. I'm just not a very big anime fan, and sometimes it's a little difficult for me to get through the episodes and actually pay attention. And today we're going to take a look at the Xeno V3 version of Ronin's lightsaber, and we'll also take a quick side-by-side look of the TXQ version, the SN-V4 Pro. I think this one was actually a Profi version, but it's the TXQ version and a couple of different blades that you can pop in this bad boy. So thank you so much to Vader Sabers for sending this over. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down below if you want to check this out and everything else that Vader Sabers has, including my very own 3 custom exclusive lightsabers over at Vader Sabers. We have the Duality, and we have the limited edition that we only made 100, Shadowfall, and they do come with numbered plaques. After the Shadowfall, we also put out our mishmash lightsaber called the Scrapflex Origin. So I'll put direct links to all of those unboxing videos so you can check those out, and direct links to those as well down below in the description. So let's get a move on. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by for a lightsaber review. Please drop on down and help me out with a like, subscribe, and click on that notification button so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so let's take a look at this Ronin. Now again, as of filming this video, these episodes for Season 3 just dropped last night, so I've only seen a couple of them. But this one was Episode 1, just like it was in Season 1. I have seen a ton of lightsabers so far in just these few episodes, so I'm thinking we're gonna have a lot of lightsabers to take a look at over the course of the next 6 months to a year. But anyway, here's the Ronin lightsaber here. We'll take a look at this in a sec, and let's see what else it comes with. We have a stand here, and then we have like a little thumb screw that goes into the core, which I've never used. A USB drive to put your SD card into your computer, if your computer even has a USB port. Then we have, I love these things, we have an Allen screwdriver. And then we do have another set of Allen keys and a whole bunch of extra retention screws here. We do have a USB charging cable, a very nice blade plug. I like these. Now, the really cool thing about the Ronin, like that katana, ninja sword type of lightsaber, is that it'll really work with a whole bunch of different blade styles, basically. If you want it to be more accurate, you definitely want to have a regular, normal 1-inch blade. This is actually the hex blade. It's nice and bright, 684 LEDs inside, but you can also use more of that katana style thin blade. You may have seen this in the video I just did with the Tron Saber. This is also really cool. Or you can use the Darksaber style blade, which has that design that you see on the Darksaber blades and everything. So this is really cool too, but what's cool about them is that the hilt itself accepts a 1-inch blade, and they have been making these thin blades with 1-inch connectors. So you have a bunch of options depending on how you want this thing to look. But if you do want it to be more screen accurate, kind of like it is in the animated series, the blade is a standard lightsaber blade. But I will show you the various versions of these blades in case you prefer a flat blade, or you want both, or you have both, and you just want to see what it looks like. So I'll show you all these 3 blades. Now, I said I'll pull out the TXQ version from a couple of years ago that I reviewed here. Now, as similar as these two look, they're quite a bit different. LGT, the Nexus version here, is quite a bit taller than the TXQ version here. So we're coming in at, let me do this from the top of this to the bottom here. We're looking at 14 inches on the Xeno version. TXQ version, we're looking at, it looks like about 12.5 inches. And again, that's from the tip here to the bottom of the pommel, and the tip here, bottom of the pommel here. Now let's just address a couple of the other differences. Right off the back here, I mean, we have very similar tops here. These are almost identical at the emitter section. You know, a couple of differences is that the black part here is slightly different. I'll give you a close-up. So you can see that's a little bit more pushed in, and this one's lifted up a little bit further. On the TXQ version versus the Nexus version here, this one's quite a bit larger, quite wider, I should say, and this one's much thinner. You know, the same, but different. This is a little bit wider, this is a little thinner, and this handle here actually has some curves, some edges. This one is a lot more round. So I'll give you a close-up of that, you'll be able to see it pretty good. You can see a lot of the edges here, all the way down to the hilt. The whole hilt has edges. We have corners all over the place. And you can see just by taking off the pommel, you could really see the definition. We do have an octagon-shaped handle. Along with this little extra ring here as well, along with the ring at the bottom of the pommel. The new Xeno here does not have that extra ring anywhere on that. You know, we do have the ring over here, so you'll be able to put this on your belt, but we don't have that second little ring over here, which honestly, I don't even care. It'll cut down on the noise from this thing flopping around when you're swinging. You can see a totally different shape on this handle versus the octagon from the other one. Now, two more things I'll point out here is that they both have this identical little crack, this little design on the Suba section over here, the little guard. But they are slightly different designs, but they're both there. Now, this version, the TXQ version, we have this rope wrap outside, and we do kind of have that same material right under there. So it is wrapped fully with material inside and on top of that. Now the Xeno version here is a very different material versus the TXQ version here, and it is also not fabric underneath that. Honestly, I'm not really sure which one I prefer, and I think I do like the fact that they're both different. If you have both of these, you have a slightly different style version of the same thing, you know, and one being smaller, you put a smaller blade on it and a longer blade, and you have kind of like a Shoto version. Now, we do have the typical removable new Xeno V3 core. We have the 18650 battery with the Kyber crystal wrap on it, and we have our USB charging port right there, access to our SD card on the back, and we do have LED lights around. Now, one thing I want to point out is that if you have, or you're planning on getting this really nice copper chassis version with the spinning crystal, this will fit in this version perfectly. I absolutely love this thing. The doors open on up if you want to get a better view. Lines with all LEDs. We got some etchings there. Got BB-8, R2, and a fantastic sound. And look at that, that looks so cool. I love this copper core so much. Pop that on in there. So absolutely no problems using the copper core in here. Do keep in mind this doesn't fit perfectly in every lightsaber. It also doesn't work properly, which I found that after I made an original video, it doesn't work properly with cross guards. Neither does the regular cores. I guess the cross guards are programmed slightly different so that they can run the side blades. I'm gonna put the flat blade in because, hey, maybe you like the flat blade. Let's check this out really quick. This flat blade is, I like it. It's so cool. And you could also switch out to this more dark saber style here. These blades normally are not my favorite blades. I always find them to be very, very flimsy. So I do tend to stick with the regular blades, and I am now recently more falling in love with this kind of thin katana style blade that I just showed you. But because we're taking a look at the Ronin Saber, we're gonna make it look a little bit more like it does on the TV show and use the regular blade. Now this will be the hex blade, which is the brighter version. Ah, that is great. Now that right there, that's Ronin Saber. So this is the Xeno V3 core inside, and what I want to do is just make sure that my blade length and everything is configured how I like it. Let's connect. Oh, and I also want to make sure that the firmware is up to date. Confirm.
App connected.
So the first thing we'll do is go on over to the last page here, page 4. Click into our Saber. Check for updates. And great, so we're updated to the latest version here. And then I want to configure my blade. So these hex blades are 32 inches long, so I want to make sure that my blade length is set to 115, and I've already done that already. But you can set this to whatever blade length you want. If you have a little dagger blade, you know, a little 12-inch blade or something, or a little 6-inch blade, or a full 36-inch blade, you can always just set that to whatever you want. But set it properly so that everything lands where it's supposed to as far as effects and stuff like that. And keep in mind, on your first page, you can adjust your volume and everything. You have everything at your fingertips here. But all of this stuff, for the most part, you could do on the hilt menu as well. You have in and out time, which I really like. Someone actually just asked me in one of the comments if you could adjust the time in and out of the blade, and that is right here. You can adjust that. So you're just gonna hit this bottom one here, fourth icon down. You have your out time and your in time. So out, and you just click here, how long you want this to take out. So it's on 200 milliseconds. Let's do 600 milliseconds, okay? And you'll see it go in and out a little bit slower. Now it should come out slow. All right, you wanna go slower? Let's go to 1500 milliseconds. See, much slower. So yeah, you can adjust your in and out times right here with your in and out. So let's just go back to 200 because that's more than fine. And then you have all different options here for your hum light effects. Right now, we have it on just, it's like a slight pulse. We can go over to the fire blade, which I really like. Then you have all your different styles here as well.
Unstable, rainbow blade, candy blade, cracked blade.
All right, so I'm just gonna leave it on fire.
Fire blade.
And then definitely go through all of these because a couple of these have different options here. Now, if you want to use the menu system on the hilt without the app, there's a key feature to turn on. I usually already have it on, but right here on page 2, you'll see countdown. So you're going to want to make sure that that is clicked on. Now, what that's going to do is put an extra beep on the menu system so you know where you are. There's 4 different menu systems on your hilt. So that first beep you're hearing, that is the countdown from the app that we activated.
High volume.
Okay, 2 beeps.
Steady.
So blade style.
Unstable. Rainbow blade.
3 beeps are different ignition styles.
Stack ignition. Warp ignition. Phaser ignition.
So yeah, I usually stick to standard. And 4 beeps is your font selection forward.
Moonfield. Whispers of power.
And if you want to go back, you flip it upside down and twist counterclockwise.
Moonfield. The Chosen.
Now you can also change your color on the fly as well. 2 beeps.
Color change.
All right, and they're going to go into this kind of infinite color. It's just going to slowly fade from color to color. You see, it does take time. So,
Color selected.
better option for that, upside down, hold and give a twist.
Color change.
All right, that was counterclockwise. It's going to hit the colors a lot faster.
Color selected.
And another better option as well, hold, twist clockwise.
Color change.
All right, that's going to put it into a twist mode, so you can get to where you want really quick this way. So let's go back to red
Color selected.
and select that in. All right, my friends, I think that is about it. This is the Xeno V3 Ronin Lightsaber. Drop on down below, let me know what you think of this lightsaber, and let me know if you watched the Season 3 of Visions yet and what you think. Thank you so much to the folks over at Vader Sabers for sending this over for everybody to check out. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down in the description if you want to check this out. A very special thank you goes out to my YouTube channel members. Again, thank you guys so much for your extra support and generosity. You guys are amazing and truly help this channel move forward. All right, I will see you all in our next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world, my friends. See ya.